Let's get ready. Start smashing those likes. Here we go. I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day, and we're back for another live stream today. Today is Monday, July 28th, and we're getting ready to rock and roll. There's a lot of things happening in the altcoins. Altcoins are starting to melt a little bit. We're having that pullback that everybody has been wanting so bad, but the real question is, are you taking action? And if you are, what actions are you taking, guys? We're going to be covering Bitcoin and a lot of different altcoins here in this live stream today. So make sure to smash up those likes, hit that subscribe, and drop any altcoin of your choice into the chat, and I will cover it for you. But first, let's jump into the chat here. Let's make sure we're not missing anybody. Marcus says, yo, Crusader, what's going on, bro? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Let's see here. Let's see if I see anybody else in the chat that I know, that I recognize, always here grinding it out. Ray says, how low will Bitcoin go? 116? Maybe even lower, guys. What are your thoughts on ETH within 3 months from now? Guys, all right. I'm going to start off with that question. That's a great question. 3 months from now, I definitely, right, 3 months from now, we're at the ending of July here. This is the last week of July. We're about to enter August. Then 3 months, we will be technically around the ending of October in Q4 full send mode. In my personal opinion, I do believe Ethereum is going to break all-time highs by the end of this year. By the end of this year, Ethereum will be over 4,800 and some change, or whatever the all-time high is for Ethereum. I do believe that is a very strong possibility. It's a very strong possibility that we get a interest rate cut in September, which is going to fuel the acceleration of the altcoins to continue moving up higher in the later part of this year. So I definitely appreciate everybody in here. I definitely appreciate everybody smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. And now let's jump on to Bitcoin. Let's see. The altcoins are all down today, 9%, 10%. Fartcoin is down 14.6%, right? Render, everything's pretty much down about 7 to 8, maybe 9%, give or take. You know, no big deal. Guys, at the end of the day, look at the month, baby. Look at the month here. We are up massive on the month. But let's jump over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been pretty much sideways all day today, right? Not a lot of price action happening for Bitcoin in terms of big moves. It's just last night when we did our update, which we do every single night for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some other altcoins in the Crypto Citadel, I saw that there was a big potential that we would sweep this previous day high and then push back down. The previous day high was at 119,816. Bitcoin closed out Sunday night around 119,695. I was like, man, we're very close to that previous day high. There's a very good chance that we sweep that area. Now, Bitcoin dropped first down to the daily NPOC around 119.58 and pumped back up, right, rallying Ethereum. Ethereum broke above 3,800, trying to send it. Looked like it was going to go for 4,000. But guess what, guys? You never fade the sweeps. Look what happened here. Bitcoin came up to the previous day high, swept it, closed below it, and since then, it's been nothing but a downtrend all the way down. And if you don't believe me, I got the receipts for you guys. For everybody watching, here are the receipts for Bitcoin, right? These are the weekly updates here. This was yesterday at 8:05 p.m. I said, be careful of a sweep of the previous day high with a push all the way down to 118,239. Now, I do believe overall later this week, we are going to rally back up towards the previous high, previous week high of 120. That is later to be seen. But this was the update here, and that's how the trade was done yesterday from that move. And guess what, guys? Here it is, right? We got the receipts for you guys. Took the Bitcoin trade. I took the trade and 483 some macaroons by the time I woke up this morning. We hit my target of 18,676 and I closed out 19% in the win, 483 some macaroons when I woke up. And then overnight, before I even went to bed, I closed out my Ethereum short, made an easy 242 smackaroons, which was also based on the daily updates for Ethereum. So as you guys can see here, I was warning you guys that, hey, we're also very close to the previous day and previous week high. A push all the way down to 38.16, potentially all the way down to 37.52 is very possible. And guess what happened today, guys? I wish I would have kept that Ethereum short open. I mean, it was very volatile last night. It was hard to manage. I didn't want to go to sleep with such a hard asset to manage. And I'm glad I didn't, because we had another big move all the way up to 39.42 before eventually having that major breakout to the downside. But look at it, just like I talked about in the update, right? Besides obviously the subtract the big blowout top over here, but there it is. We lost the previous week high and we started dropping, and we came down to our green box. We've been tapping it 3 times today and bouncing off of it. We're going to be getting the daily close here pretty soon in the next 24 minutes. So here it is, another perfect target hit by Ethereum. So overall, very, very bullish. If you guys are not already in the Crypto Citadel, definitely do so and join. Sack Nasty, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Mr. Crusader, are we extending this cycle or are we topping in October? Guys, I do believe we're going to be extending into 2026 just for the simple fact, if we just look at interest rate cuts, right? If we start cutting interest rates in September, I do believe there's going to be a few more. The crypto regulation that has been being put into place with stable coins is really starting to fuel the traditional markets to really start moving in and start making more bigger, more aggressive moves, having more liquidity in the markets. I definitely think that's going to be a big game changer as those laws have been taken into effect. They've been signed, but there's always a lagging effect to actually start being put into practice, which will fuel a bigger move for traditional finance. I mean, we've been seeing it already. If we jump on over, oh, what was that? What was that right there? Backed Holdings announced that it will raise money to purchase Bitcoin. More Bitcoin purchases happening. But look, if we just track at the amount of Ethereum that is being picked up right now, right? A ton of Ethereum is being picked up right now. And I'll show you here. Not only did Ethereum have a massively bullish month, 53% up in the month of July so far, fantastic. But where is it? Yeah, on-chain overview. Yeah, that sell-off that we had last week was because of a Satoshi era in a holder that had over 80,000 Bitcoin wanted to sell, and Digital Galaxy provided that. So let me see here. Let me see. Where is SharpLink Gaming adds another 77,000 Ethereum, another 295 million being bought right from Ethereum on SharpLink Gaming. They're buying a ton. Look at this once again. Appreciate the smash. Appreciate the follow there. Great, thank you. Ethereum continues to outpace the Bitcoin ETF. If we look right here today, right, July 28th, Ethereum 486 million inflows, Bitcoin only 177. If we start looking here, more on-chain analytics, looks like institution is selling a little bit of ETH here and there, but overall they're accumulating a massive amount of Ethereum. Tether Gold tokens launch, whatever. If we go back over here to the on-chain for Ethereum, we're seeing a massive amount of Ethereum being bought up by a ton of whales. More SharpLink buying. The BlackRock digital assets veteran Joseph Charlam joined SharpLink as the co-CEO. We just talked about how this company is buying up a ton of ETH. This guy worked for BlackRock and now left to go work for them. That tells you a little something. Let's go see over here. Where's the rest of the on-chain analytics that I was looking at? The Tom Lee's BitMine now holds over $2 billion worth of Ethereum, becoming the single biggest ETH holder in the world. That's massive. Let's see, where else? Oh, right here, July 25th, another on-chain update. Ethereum inflows, 227 million. Bitcoin inflow, only 174. So let's go take a look at Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin is going to be closing out the daily in the next 20 minutes. Overall, it's been in this major downtrend all day long. No big price action, no real good entry. The only good entry this morning was the rejection off the VWAP and upper band of this downtrend here, which I missed this entry. I was at the gym in the morning today. Wife made me, guys. The wife said I had to hit the gym. So sorry that we missed this trade, but this was the only good possible trade besides getting in late last night. So Bitcoin's just been chopping around here above the previous day low. I do believe we're going to have a big move to the upside here, whether it's tonight or tomorrow. I do think we're going to start recovering and start pushing up higher. I do believe that we pretty much kind of bottomed out around this 114 area. This 114 was potentially the local bottom here before having another major move to the upside for Bitcoin. Now, let's go take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, very similar. Major downtrend came down to this box down here. And if we zoom out to the daily, all right, zooming out to the daily here, let's turn off some of these indicators. You guys can see that right now we are above, or we're technically currently right below the monthly point of control of 38.28. Very critical that we get above that. Our only other target to the upside is this Q4 2021 point of control of $4,000, $4,020, which has been major resistance in the past of 2024, right? If we look here, back in March of 2024, we got rejected. In May of 2024, we front ran it by like less than $10, and we got rejected. In beginning of December, we got rejected. In the mid December of 2024, got rejected, and we fell back down. We haven't been up here for Ethereum since December of 2024. Now, if Ethereum can actually close some daily candles above this $4,000 level, Ethereum is about to send it, guys, because our only other target above that is the all-time high of 48.78 to the upside for Ethereum before it starts going into major price discovery. Another thing that makes me very bullish on Ethereum is the simple fact that we have still not gotten our Ethereum staking for the ETFs. All I want to say here, I want to take a quick pause and say, guys, smash those likes. We only got 500 likes here. We got over 55 people watching. Start smashing those likes. Start tapping those likes. Hit that subscribe. Start dropping your questions into the chat, and let's get it rocking and rolling. All right, let me jump here and answer some more questions. Ricky's hash coin, garbage. Don't come in here with that garbage, bro. Athena, let's go take a look at Athena. RSR, we'll go take a look at that. Pengu, we're going to be taking a look at that. ZBEC, we'll take a look at that as well. All right, let's start jumping into these altcoins. Let's start off with ZBEC. It's the first one in the chat. Let's go right over here. ZBEC, let me jump out to the daily. Let me turn off some of my trading indicators to make this a little bit easier to read. All right. So ZBEC has been finding support here. I told you guys this, that we have reclaimed the June range, or the June range. We're staying above the quarterly average of 0.0037 for ZBEC. We've hit all of our targets within the month range of June. So our next big target is to run for the value area high, where there's a weekly untapped. Well, actually, it is tapped already. There's a weekly average in the value area high around 0.0051. And then above that, we do have a gold pocket at 0.0055 and a daily untapped average at 0.006. But those targets are only possible once we can actually break out of the June value area high of its range. If not, we continue to range here. If we lose the quarterly average of 0.0037, then expect some retracement back down to 0.0028 or potentially lower, which we do have two untapped targets to the lower side of that, which would not be fantastical to go see. Now let's go take a look at Pengu. Pengu's been one that's been very interesante here lately, having major moves every single week here, every single day. Let me get rid of some of these ranges, clear up this chart a little bit. All right, so Pengu has come up to the January high, right, of 0.046. Front ran that, has been pulling back here a little bit, trying to find some support around this point of control of 0.37. If we drop below that, our next target to the downside will be around 0.031, right? That is our next target to the downside. But overall, Pengu has been performing like a massive, aggressive meme coin that's ready to take over the game. It really has been outperforming almost everything else out there. It's pumped over 300% in the last 30 days, which was why I gave you guys also a warning about Pengu and saying, hey, I wouldn't personally be buying Pengu right now because it's pumped over 300% in 30 days. We saw what happened with ZBEC. I'm not touching something that's pumped 300%. Now, will I take some trades? Yes. Some leverage trades? Absolutely. But spot positions I would not be doing with Pengu right now. Now, obviously, once we start breaking out of the January high of 0.046, then it's back to price discovery. There's nothing else but a major wick to the upside above that, all the way up to 7 cents, which is from when Pengu launched back in January of 2020, December of 2024. So nothing above 0.046 stopping us from just skyrocketing up and away. But overall, we do need to look for some potential targets of pullbacks for a more interesting entry to start pushing to the upside for Pengu. Now let's go take a look at Athena. Athena has been one that I've been very bullish on. I've been holding on this thing for quite some time now. Let's see here. Athena USD. Where is my chart for Athena? Here we go. All right, let me quickly update this chart here. Let me get this thing out of the way. So, Q2 range. Broke out of the Q2 range. We have rotated our entire Q1 range, hitting all of our targets between 52 to 54.7. We came all the way up to the resistance zone between 70 to about 73 cents of resistance. We came up, hit 70, got some resistance, and now we're pulling back below the quarterly average of 66. If we continue to pull back, look for some support around this 54 to 52 cent area. Now, obviously, if Bitcoin is going to continue pumping, Bitcoin DOM is going to continue dumping, then I do expect Athena here to break out of this Q1 range. Once we break out of the Q1 range for Athena above 73 cents, our first target is a 76 cents to 84 cents. Above 84, we have 3 targets stacked up between 90 to 91 cents. So that's going to be a critical area along with the 618. And then we have the gold pocket up at 95 cents for Athena. Above 95 cents, we don't really have a lot of volume at all. We spent very short amount of time, maybe a month's worth overall of price action up here. Let's see if we can get a December range here. See what this December range looks like. But I'm pretty sure we tapped whatever target was up here. Yeah. So we don't have any NPLCs above 95 cents. We don't really have any targets. We don't have a large node of volume at all up there either. So if Athena can reclaim 95 cents, it's probably going to go for another big skyrocket and try to break above its all-time high of 132. I believe is its all-time high. Yeah, 132, 133 is the all-time high for Athena, and that's going to be the next move after 95 cents. So those are the targets right there. Alberto, what's going on, brother? Que bolón, tiburón. XRP Crusader, what up, brother? All right, let's go take a look at the infamous XRP. XRP. Let's go take a look at this chart right here. So let's jump down to the 15-minute. So XRP overall right now is rotating its previous week range here, right? Coming down towards this gold pocket of $3.08. It is an area of interest. Below that, we don't really have anything else. It's just going to continue following its weekly downtrend to potentially down to 296. Now, I don't expect such a large pullback overall for XRP at this point in time, because if Bitcoin keeps pumping, we know that XRP and altcoins are going to continue pumping, right? So some targets here back to the upside. We've pretty much hit all of our targets to the downside for XRP. We're looking for this gold pocket to potentially start bouncing back up and going higher. Now, if we go take a look at the more larger time frame XRP targets here, let's zoom out here to the daily. You guys already know, right? After we broke out of the Q1 range above 277, the 310 was our next target. We broke above that. We came up as high as 365 and have pulled back. We have found support at 299 at that 382 retracement. We're holding support above this 310, which is also important. We continue to hold here. Our next target is 416 to the upside. On our next big leg up, if we're going to get another leg up, which I do think is possible. Now, don't get me wrong. We could have a pullback during the month of August. It's not up-only season, right? There are going to be moments where there's going to be pullbacks. We could have a retracement in August. People are expecting higher, higher, higher. We could have a retracement for Bitcoin and all the altcoins alike for at least a month, maybe a month and a half, before we start going into Q4 and start really having that blast off. So be aware of that. Everybody's thinking higher, higher, higher. Nobody's thinking maybe we have a pullback. Maybe, you know? So 416 is the next big target to the upside. If 310 is lost, 299 is that next area of support. If that's lost, 277 is the next critical area. If 277 is lost, look for 252 and down to 242 for XRP. Is it too late to buy AVAX and Ondo? I personally don't believe it's too late for AVAX. Ondo is a little bit riskier, but I definitely think that Ondo has a bright future. So let's go take a look at the charts for those two, right? AVAX is still below $30. I personally believe that dollar cost averaging AVAX below $30 is fantastic. It would have been a lot better if you were buying down on June 22nd when it was under $20 at $16, right? But it is what it is. Here we are. So AVAX has broken out of his 2-month downtrend. It is struggling to get above the resistance from back in May, the quarterly average of 26.29. If we can get above that, our next area of resistance is between $28 to $31. Once AVAX can get above that $31 range, our targets quickly move up to 36 to about 39 with a gold pocket up at 41. And above that, we have the December NPOC up at 51.94. Above 51.94 for AVAX, we have legacy targets from back in 2021, which are still remained untapped between $71 and all the way up to its all-time high of 147. We have targets at 120, 109, 97, 90, 76, 71. Big targets to the upside. But like I said, I'm not looking at those targets until we can get above this gold pocket of 41 and this monthly NPOC of $51 for AVAX. I'm very bullish on AVAX as a layer 1 solution, right? Layer 1 solution that has real world assets. It has NFTs. It has meme coins. It has crypto gaming. The only actual viable crypto gaming possible happening is happening on the AVAX network. They have DeFi. They have all these things. And yet, for whatever reason, their price is not reflecting the actual diversity and adoption, right? I think it's New Jersey that is tokenizing $290 or $280 billion worth of real estate on AVAX. Nowhere else is that happening. So why is the price not reflecting that? I definitely think that AVAX is underrated for sure. Obviously, never financial advice, but I am a big-time holder of AVAX, and I do believe we're going to run for that $51, at least $51, before running potentially higher. Now, let's go take a look at Ondo. All right, where's my Ondo chart? Here we go. Ondo. So Ondo struggling to stay above $1 here. We're currently at 98 cents again. We came up as high as $1.16 coming into this resistance zone between 118 to about 123, which is critical we get above. But right now we're currently back below $1, which puts us back inside the quarter 2 range, which we don't want to be in. We want to stay above $1 for Ondo. We need to stay above $1. Staying above $1 gives us a chance to fight this resistance at 122. Once we're above 122, we have targets at 132 to 151, gold pocket up at 161, and a monthly MPLC at 171. Now, for me personally, I am going to be taking a big chunk of profits at this 161 gold pocket area, right? I believe Ondo can go higher, can break above $2, run towards the previous all-time high of 214 and higher, all possible. But I have been a long-term holder of Ondo. I've been buying Ondo since 29 cents. I'm going to be taking a big chunk of profit at 161, 151 area for sure, and leaving a moon bag to ride to the rest, to the upside. Now, to the downside, if Ondo keeps pulling down here, we have targets of 91 to 84 cents as some potential targets of support. Worst case scenario, still untapped, 59 cents. Don't want to see that. Definitely don't want to see that, and I don't believe we will, right, unless Bitcoin has a major collapse, dropping us all the way down below $100,000. I don't believe 59-cent Ondo is anywhere in the cards unless something like that with Bitcoin happens. Let me take a break here. Let me jump back into the chat, say hi to some people, reassess where the chat is at. What's going on, your owner? What's going on, Crypto Ricky? Good to see you, brother. Ondo will be ripping soon. Yeah, man, I hope so. Can't go broke taking profits. 100%, man. 100%. Can never go broke taking profits. The only people that go broke are the people that never take profits. Have you heard that Swift is working to use Hbar technology? I think I have heard something about that. I think I saw Crypto Wendy talking about that. It's one of those things, man, where this is exactly why a lot of people that talk about XRP taking over the SWIFT system, I don't believe the SWIFT system is going to give all access to just one asset. Hbar, Algorand, XRP, potentially XLM, Chainlink. We know Chainlink is in the mix. There's a lot of other altcoins out there that are all going to be part of this monetary future and handling assets. And we are already hearing about all these banks talking about releasing their own stable coins and doing all these different liquidity options. They're not all going to run on XRP. Maybe some will, but others won't. And that's why XRP is going to have to interlock with other blockchains to be able to have that transference from whatever blockchain they're using to the XRP blockchain as well. So that's why I don't buy into this whole, oh, XRP only. XRP is going to take over everything and it's going to go to $1,000. $1,000 XRP is not going to happen, guys. Appreciate everybody jumping here into the chat. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Let me quickly look over here or something. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Good to see all of you guys smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's keep it going. Let's see here. Thoughts on Vechain? Is Pengu and Litecoin good coins to buy right now? Pengu, no. Pengu is up over 100. It says 189 in a month, but it's more than that. It's way more than that in the last 30 days. If we go take a look at Pengu, Pengu is up like over 300%. So definitely not going to be buying Pengu right now. Appreciate 𝗭𝗢𝗢𝗠𝗘𝗫 smashing those that follow. Thank you so much. Yeah, Pengu is massively overbought. Definitely can go higher. Definitely am willing to take trades on it. Not willing to buy spot right now. Litecoin, on the other hand, let's go take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin is only up 25% this month, right? Up over $108 right now. Let's go take a look at the Litecoin chart. Litecoin, good old Litecoin. Very outdated chart here. Give me a second here to update this chart. Let me turn off some of these trading indicators. If you guys haven't already joined the Crypto Citadel, definitely do so. It's my private trading community where you guys can get all my trading signals, macro, long-term analysis, and daily trade setups for any altcoins of your choice. So don't be missing out. Make sure you guys get in there and start investing in yourselves. All right, so let's go take a look here. Litecoin has been in an uptrend for Q2. We are breaking out of that Q2 uptrend. We've hit our gold pocket of 117. We're currently retracing and retesting the upper band of this downtrend at 108. If this does hold here, we have room to run to our Q1 NPOC of 127. Above that, we have a target of 146, which was a high back in December. If we break that December high, our next big target to the upside is 164 before running to 190 and eventually over $200. Now, that's a big move. That's a long time from now. I'm not calling for $200 Litecoin anytime soon, but if we continue to hold here above 108, 127 to 146 are the next targets. Now, if 108 is lost, we could see a retrace back to the the May value area high of 103, potentially $100 to $98 would be an area of support for Litecoin to bounce off of and continue moving to the upside. Those are the targets here for Litecoin in the short term. Let's go take a look at the Trumpo coin. The Trumpo coin. So Trumpo, good old Trumpo, is still here in a sideways chop price action. Right, we came up as high as $11.90 when we broke out of this 2-month downtrend. We are currently facing resistance at $10 as we have pulled back. If we continue pulling back, we do have a target down at $8.02, which is an untapped monthly MPOC. But if we can reclaim this $10.35 area, our next target to the upside is $12.20. Above $12.20, we have a target at $13.69 and $14.50. Above $14.50, we truly do not have any major volume at all, and we have no other target until like the value area high of the Q1 range up at $28. And above that, we do have targets between 32 to 41. We were up there for a very brief amount of time during the launch of this coin. very low volume. So if we do have a breakout above $15, we could see a big move to the upside. But realistically, I don't expect this thing to ever reclaim over $30 again and start making moves towards its local highs. I just don't. It's a meme coin, guys. Can we run to 1450? Yes. Are we going to run to $40? I don't think so, but I'm here for it in case we do. I already took my profits at $45 or $75, whatever the local high was when back when this thing launched, and I took my profits, made quite a good amount of money in 2 days, and then since then just been riding this thing. Whoa, it's 8:01, guys. It's 8:01. That means the day has officially closed here. Let's go take a look at how this day has closed out for Bitcoin, and then we'll circle back for some other altcoins. We'll take a look at Aero as well. Let me get rid of this daily range here. Get rid of this daily MPOC. Boom. All right, let me get this daily range. All right. All right. We have a daily NPOC all the way up at the weekly open, which is at 119. Woo-wee. Daily MPOC. Now, there's no guarantee we're going to hit this target right now, but just want to quickly just let you guys know here. Let me get the daily average as well. We do also have a daily average up at 118.4. Daily average for Bitcoin. So right now here, I'm giving you guys a freebie. I'm giving you guys an exclusive little update. The same update I'm going to be posting in the Crypto Citadel later tonight, right? Is that Bitcoin right now, the daily open is below the previous day range. We are currently sitting at this 382 fib of 117,895. I would not be surprised if we get a sweep here of the previous day low and Monday low before starting to reclaim these targets and pushing up here, right? So we could see some resistance here and then boom. That is the kind of move that I'm expecting. We might not get it, right? We might not get the sweep of the previous day low. We might just start moving on up, and that's perfectly fine as well. But I do expect Bitcoin to start making a move towards that 119. If we get a little bit of a gold price, gold pocket action here from this previous day high to this previous day low, we also have the gold pocket lining up right at 119.10. So that is going to be another area of interest as well to the upside. Now the question is going to be, do we sweep the previous day low first and then push to the upside, or do we start to jump back into the previous day range right off the bat, right? It is the value area low for the previous day range is also the weekly average of 118 to 190. So if we do start to reclaim that area, I will be looking for the move to the upside here of 118,630 to about 119 flat. And then if we keep on running it, then we're just going to keep sending it to 477, I should say. So those are the targets here that I'm looking for Bitcoin to potentially take a long if possible, right? If we get this sweep here, would be fantastical. Right now, Bitcoin's already pushing to the upside, trying to get inside this previous day range. We might not get the sweep, guys. We spent so much time throughout the entire day down here at these lows that I think we were just most likely going to start pushing to the upside, reclaiming the previous day range, and start to slowly make a move towards 119,477 overnight. Let's go take a look at Aerodrome. Aerodrome continues to stay within its Q2 uptrend, slowly making higher lows. We're currently finding support here at the monthly point of control of 83 cents. We're currently sitting at 85. Our next big move to the upside is to fight the resistance between 95 cents to $1.06. Once we can do that, we can actually close above $1.06. We do have targets between, we have another block of resistance between 136 to about 156, I should say, 136 to 156. And then we have the gold pocket up at 168, which is going to be a very critical area for me to take some profits off Aerodrome as well. Those are the targets there for Aerodrome in the short term. Appreciate everybody in here smashing those likes. Appreciate everybody hitting that subscribe. Make sure you guys are joining the Crypto Citadel, guys. Stop missing out on every single daily trade setup right now that we're posting in there, and signals that we're posting for people that are traders, people that are long-term holders. Yesterday, overall, $483 in Bitcoin short, $242 on an Ethereum short. We are well above. What are we at right now? What is the P&L for the Crypto Citadel? Right now, the P&L, right, we closed out last week. You can see here, we closed out last week up $755. We took a bit of a loss, the biggest loss of the month so far on last Friday of $286, but we've already made that back and more. So on Sunday, we made $242 on the Ethereum short. Today, we closed out in the morning, $483 on the Bitcoin short. So we're currently right now for the total P&L of July, we're up 56.54, guys. 56.54, taking small, consistent wins and keeping our losses even smaller. That is what the Crypto Citadel has been able to do in just 30 days, and it only costs $3.30 to be in here every single day. $3.30 every single day. Let's go take a look at Hbar, then ICP. Good old Hbar. Let's go see. Hbar continuing to fight the resistance here between 26 to about 28 cents. We came all the way up to the value area high of Q1 around 30 cents, got rejected. We're back inside the resistance zone. Hopefully we can flip this resistance zone into support. If not, look out down below between 24 to 22 cents for Hbar to hold. Now, once we can break out of the value area high for Hbar, our targets are between 31 to 33, and then our December high is 39 cents before running for its all-time high of 57 cents for Hbar. ICP tells a different story. I'm very disappointed in ICP's price action overall. Very flat here in this entire Q2, right? Extremely, extremely flat. If we take a look here from April 1st all the way to the end of June, very flat, slightly to the upside. We have targets here within the Q1 range that we're in right now. Once we can break out of this slight uptrend, but it's very flat trend overall, above $6.14. We do have a naked point of control up at $7.10. We have a quarterly untapped average at 761. We have a 382 fib at $8.50. Then once we can break out of the Q1 range above $9.24, we have a monthly NPOC and a monthly average between $10 and $10.50, with a gold pocket up at $11.53. This is going to be a very strong area. Anything above $11, I'm going to be taking heavy profits on ICP, especially since $15 has been major resistance all of 2024, just major resistance the entire year long. So is ICP going to reclaim $15 finally? Maybe, but it's going to have to do it without me. I will be taking my profits between $10 to $11.50 for ICP. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin here. Yeah, Bitcoin's moving. Bitcoin's already back inside the previous day range, making a move towards its daily untapped average of 118,460. Making a move to the upside here inside the previous day range already. Gonna start climbing here. We'll see if we can get a nice little entry later today during the Asia trading session or London trading session later tonight to see if we can get a little bit of a retracement, maybe a little retest back to this 117,894 before being able to take a long to push to the upside here for the Bitcoins. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. I see all of you guys joining the Crypto Citadel every single day. I greatly appreciate it. Let's rock and roll. Let's catch some trades. Let's do what we can. Let's learn. Let's continue to find and look for that financial freedom, which is different for everybody in this world. So I'm going to be signing off here and jumping into the Crypto Citadel. I'll be dropping updates on Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Pengu. So make sure that you guys are jumping in there and looking for the trade setups for these 5 different altcoins right now, as I will be dropping it in there in the Crypto Citadel only. So guys, I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day, and I'll see you in the Crypto Citadel. See ya.